Welcome to the first in-depth look into how to design a kitchen. Today we will cover all the steps required to get a dot point plan of a kitchen turned into a design that is ready to cut and assemble. Now before we start making the design, there are a few important requirements that first must be met. The first of which is identify and plan out generally what the kitchen will contain. This ranges from what type of materials is the kitchen made of to where the power points are located and the dimensions of the kitchen. And so next, you need to establish how you're going to create these designs and what limitations does each of the design methods have. For example, a hand-drawn sketch is really good at giving you a quick visual representation of the kitchen, but isn't the method of actually creating a highly detailed design. So you need to analyze your situation and see which method would be best to design your kitchen. For this lesson, we'll be going over how to use a software package called 3D Kitchen. This program is perfect for designing of all kitchen areas and can even design laundries and bathrooms as well, just like these that you've been watching for the start of this video. Now let's move on to the design. As a first step in the design process, we will be going over the buttons within 3D Kitchen, our design software package of choice. We will first look at the top panel. First button is New Scene. This button allows us to create a new design. Next button is Open Scene. This button allows you to edit an already made design. Next button is Save Scene. This button allows to save scenes. Next button is Delete, which allows you to delete an already made scene/design. This button is a Print Floor Plan. It lets you print a floor plan of the design. Render 2D Elevation. This allows us to view and print a 2D elevation. Render 3D elevation, which allows you to view and print a 3D elevation. Refresh button allows you to refresh the scene. Zoom Fit button zooms in or out of your design to fit the screen. Next button is Zoom Extends. It allows you to further zoom into the design. Pan button allows you to grab and move the design. Continuing with the top panel, this button is the Option button. This button allows you to apply a variety of options to the design. Next button is the Cabinet Editor button, which allows you to edit cabinets and create custom cabinets. Next button is a Pattern Editor button. This allows you to apply a pattern to all objects within 3D Kitchen. Calc allows you to use a calculator. Help button provides support. Exit button allows us to exit 3D Kitchen. Now we'll have a general overview of the buttons and functions of the side panel. This button is the Measure button, which allows you to measure distances from grip to grip. Edit button allows you to edit scale size of the design space. Scene Specifications allows you to change specifications for the cabinet ceiling and floor. The Add button allows you to add objects such as cabinets. Adding Preferences allows us to adjust adding preferences. Group Objects button is used to manage the preferences of objects. Display Preferences allows you to display what you need to see in a scene. Export Cut List to Costing button allows you to send your design to costing. Export Countertops to DXF file allows you to send your design to 3D Toolpath. Polygon Editing button allows you to edit kick rail. Center Front button is used when multiple objects are selected, and it allows you to swap the front and back objects. Center Back button does the reverse of Center Front. Select All button allows you to select all objects on the floor plan. Reverse Selection button allows you to reverse a selection to previously non-selected. Select None button unselects all objects. Pickup button allows you to pick up objects. Operate on Selected Objects button allows you to adjust preferences on all selected objects. Select by Area button allows you to select objects by area. Discard button deletes an object by selection. Recycle button allows you to bring back objects in order of last deletion. Select One button allows you to select one object at a time. Scale Information and Point Location button displays scale information and pointer location. Nudge Movement button allows minor movement of selected object. General overview of buttons and functions, bottom panel. Snap button allows you to snap objects on the grip points of other objects. Snap 45 button is used to keep objects straight, horizontally, vertically, or diagonally when drawing objects. Overlap button allows objects to overlap one another. Pivot button rotates an object around a pivot point. Shift key button allows movement between grip points and mimics shift key on the keyboard. Alt key button allows anti-clockwise rotation at 45-degree angle and mimics the Alt key on the keyboard. Control key button allows you to copy objects and mimics the control Control key on the keyboard. Now let's make a design. Click on New Scene icon to begin a new design, or click on Open Scene to edit an old design. Input correct file name and correct scale as per requirements, and then click OK to begin. Adding walls. Now let's add some walls to the design. Click Add icon, click Wall icon, then click OK. Click bottom right hand icon called Control to add multiple walls. Now move the mouse to start position for the first wall. Click and drag to draw a wall. You need to move around the screen in a clockwise direction when placing walls. Type the length of the wall, then press enter on the keyboard. Move the mouse to establish the direction of the next wall, then type and continue as before. Repeat this to add walls as needed. Adding cabinets. Click the add icon. Click the cabinet category you want, for example, base, upper, etc. Click on the shape you want. Scroll down to the cabinet you want. Click on the cabinet code to select it, and you'll see a 3D image on the right hand side of the screen. The image can be rotated and zoomed. Click OK to select the cabinet. Move to the location you want to place the cabinet. Click the left mouse button to place the cabinet. Modify objects. Move the mouse pointer over the top of the objects you want to alter. If you need to get a difficult object, e.g. a small panel, move to it, then use the center mouse scroll button to zoom in or out into the object. Click the right mouse button. This brings up a new dialog on the screen, allowing you to alter everything about the object, such as size, shape, and properties. Picking up an object after placing it. This is the default behavior of the left mouse button. Move over to the object, go to the particular grip point you want to zoom in with the mouse scroll button if necessary. Click the left mouse button to pick up and move with the mouse. Click the left mouse button again to drop. Measuring distances. Click the measure icon. This is a two-step operation. Move to and click inside the grip point you want to start the measurement from. Then move to and click the inside of another grip point to finish the measurement. Your measurement will appear on the left side panel. Adding kick rails. Click the add icon. Click floor and select CT_default for kick rail. Click OK. Click inside the corner of the cabinet you wish to start with. Move clockwise to the next point where the kick rail changes direction. Click the left mouse button to snap the kick rail to this point. Click around these base cabinets until all points have been snapped. Press the enter key on the keyboard to connect to the original starting point. This procedure must be repeated for each separate piece of kick rail in your design. Click the polygon editing icon. This will display the kick rail pieces. Click anywhere on each piece of kick rail. Click inside the edge of every edge you need to edit. Click multiple edges only where they will be edited by the same value. Chosen edges will be highlighted with a different color. Enter the value, normally negative, to adjust the kick rail in the Edit Edge dialog at the center left of the screen. Click the tick to apply the changes. Click Refresh button to refresh the design. Repeat this process as required for different extensions on other surfaces. Adding benches and bench overhang. Click Add icon, click Counter and select CT default for bench top. Click OK. Click inside the corner of the cabinet you wish to start with. Move clockwise to the next point where the bench changes direction. Click the left mouse button to snap the bench to this point. Continue around the base cabinet until all points have been snapped. If you make a mistake, hit backspace on the keyboard to return to previous position. Press the Enter key on the keyboard to connect to your original start point. Click the polygon editing icon. This will display the bench pieces. Click anywhere on each piece of the bench. Click inside the edge of every edge you need to extend. Click multiple edges only where they will be extended by the same value. Chosen edges will be highlighted with a different color. Enter the value normally positive to adjust the bench by in the Edit Edge dialog at the center left of the screen. Click the tick to apply the changes. Repeat this process as required for each different extensions on other surfaces. Creating curved surfaces on benches. After the bench is already drawn, click it with the right mouse button, click the Bezier icon, click OK. Click the polygon editing icon, click on the bench. This places squares all around the corners. Click the square at the right hand end of the side you want to create an arc for. Click the arc function icon at the left center of the screen. Type a value in the E field, 150 in this example. This is the value to extend that edge. It can also be a negative value. To reset the edge to a straight line, click the straight line icon. If you turn the measurements of this bench on, you will see all its measurements including the arc radius. Moving objects an exact distance. Click on the object with the right mouse button. Click position, then type in the value you want to move from the current position. Click the apply icon or the tick icon. Note, apply icon allows object to move whilst still in object specifications. Adding kitchen gadgets or appliances. Click the add icon. Click the plumbing/cooktop/refrigerator, whichever object you want. Click the item you want. Click OK. Place object on the plan. View selected objects on the plan. Click the display preferences icon. All objects will be ticked. Click the tick boxes to unselect the object types you want to temporarily hide. Click the bottom tick to apply. Zooming in or out on the floor plan. Move the mouse cursor to the part of the plan you want to zoom on. Scroll the center mouse scroll button forwards or backwards to zoom. To pan the floor plan, click the pan button, then drag the plan. To reset the plan to normal, click the zoom to fit icon at the top of the screen. Print benches or kick rail layouts. Click the display preferences icon, click preset 3 for kick rails or click preset 4 for benches. You can also turn on or off any object you want to either see or hide. Click the tick. Click the right mouse button and select properties. Click measures and put a tick in the measures box. Click the tick. Click the plan print icon at the top of the screen. Click print floor plan. Once printed, turn measurements off again so as not to confuse the floor plan. Add extra cabinet measurements automatic. Click the cabinet with the right mouse button. Place ticks in the boxes you want measurements to appear for either the floor plan or 2D elevations. Click the tick at the bottom to apply. Add extra cabinet measurements manual. Click the add icon, click the measures icon, click OK. This is a 3-stage operation. Move to and click inside the grip point you want to start the measurement. Move to and click inside another grip point to finish the measurement. Move your mouse away from the object and click again to place the measurement onto the floor plan. Send your design to costing and cut lists. The design you want to process, open, click export cut lists to costing icon. Click OK when the dialog detailing the export file data is displayed. If you have selected objects on the floor plan, you'll need to answer this question. Your job is now ready to import into costing module. How to cost and process your job. Open the costing and cut list module from 3D Kitchen desktop folder. Click constants. Do this if you need to modify any of the standard values to suit the current job. If you have changed constants, click main menu tab at the top left of the screen. Click yes only if you need to specify a submodel for any of the cabinets in the design. In this case, just locate any cabinet with the submodel you want listed on the right hand side of the screen. Double click in the subfield. This will alter all appropriate cabinets to the submodel you have clicked. Click no. Click define edge details. Here you can change any of the material, edge tape thickness, etc. if necessary. Click Close, click Setup. If you want to add, remove, or modify parts, quantities, or materials, click Yes to the question about modifying parts. If you clicked Yes, make your changes and click Close. Click Setup again so that it completes the process. It will then have 2 ticks at the left-hand side of Setup. Your job has now been processed. Click on Reports to view the job details. Put your design job into Costing module and process it. Click 3D Toolpath link. This opens a new window. Be transferred to the Toolpath final processing page anyway, so you may need to close it and fix the panels with errors. Or make a note of parts and dimensions, then select the parts on the next display page and manually enter the dimensions you have noted. You now have the opportunity to modify parts in the cabinets being displayed. Click Export DXF to create this file necessary for your CNC machinery. Open job in EnRoute. Open EnRoute. Click the Auto Toolpath ATP. Click the 3D Kitchens tab. Browse to the directory where your job has been saved and choose a TXT file there. Click Process 3D Kitchens to process your job.